Rin Yamaoka, also known as the Spirit. Rin is the daughter of the Yamaoka family, a family that had a huge financial problem. Bills were piling up in the Yamaoka estate, along with the mix of medical bills due to Rin's mother's illness and Rin's attendance at a private university. Rin tried working at a job part-time to help lighten the load. Her father's mental state is the one that was at its lowest due to working double shifts at a company with hopes of getting a promotion, or at the very least, a pay raise. A doubt kept growing without end for the father. He started losing sleep because of the financial situation they were in. With his grip on reality loosening, he made a desperate plea to his superior, explaining about the situation at home and begged for a bonus, an advance, or even a time off. His plea was denied, and what he got instead was his termination with the company. A defective production line cost the company deeply, and someone had to take the blame. Unfortunately, Rin's father fits the bill perfectly, and so they decided to let him go. 22 years of service thrown away, discarded like waste. Rin's father had lost his mind. Bills piling up, a debt growing with no end, and now he lost his job. He wondered why this was the time for the mother to be too sick to take care of the house while he was away, and why his daughter had to attend an expensive university. What came after was a way to get back at his family. Yamaokas unfortunately have a curse of rage that builds up inside all of them. This was no different. That evening, Rin came home late after entertaining some leftover customers at a restaurant, only to hear her mother scream in the house. Rin ran into the house and found pieces of her mother's body chopped up all over the room. She gagged as all of a sudden, her father attacked her with his katana. Rin blocked it with her arms. She begged her father to stop, but it was too late. He blames the both of them for plunging him in financial ruin, and the only way to pay back was to get rid of them. Rin's father continued his attacks with Rin trying to run away. Her arm gets cleaved off as she screams in pain, limping in the hallway as the blade slashes her abdomen. Flashes of her mother went through Rin's mind, and she made a foolish attempt at rushing towards her father, only to recoil in pain after being punched in her torn abdomen. Her father then slashes her thigh, causing Rin to collapse to the floor. As she crawls towards the stairs, her father yanks her up by her hair and throws her against the partition. Glass shatters all over her, shards piercing her flesh. Rin knew her father had to be stopped, knowing she wouldn't survive this brutal attack. But somehow, she would get her revenge. She would make him pay for what her father did to her and her mother. Coughing up blood, she saw a dark fog appeared in front of her, with the entity promising her blood and revenge for what happened to her. With that, an oath was made as Rin closed her eyes. The Yamaoka rage legacy lives on. Not sure if you guys know, but Japanese spirits should never be messed with, especially if it's a descendant of a family known for their curses and rage. Rin's power can shift into an ethereal plane, making her invisible for a short while. This increases her movement speed to ambush and catch people off guard. Think of it like an upgraded version of Wraith. I happen to like using this one a lot as it scares the shit out of my friends when I use her. Her perks allows her to have survivors exposed for 40 to 60 seconds when either of the two hex totems are cleansed, with the second one being adult totem, have an aura shown for all 3 survivors each time a generator is completed, and even kill your obsessed survivor once the exit gates are powered up, and by destroying multiple pallets will have the entity instantly break the next pallet intended to stun you. It deactivates after its use. Overall, I'd give the Spirit an A tier. She is really fun to use when using her phase walk ability. While you can't stay invisible as long as Wraith, it is great use to ambush a survivor, seeing as you can move pretty fast during the use of her ability. Like I said when I talked about ambushing with Amanda, there are better killers when it comes to an ambush tactic. Never speak ill of the dead, especially towards Japanese spirits. You never know what they went through in their lifetime, and they still have ways to put a curse on anyone that dare speak with a bad tongue about them. They're always watching and listening. You just can't see them.